Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. The patch notes for patch 3.0.0 is live. However, I'm not going to make a full breakdown just because like if you see some of the changes, there's not a lot of data and I want to make a video with data. For the stuff that is not covered, not like hitbox data obviously, but like damage decreases in startup are properly notated right here. But then when they say increased recovery, more blocks done, less blocks done, more hits done, less hits done, they don't say anything. They just say we changed the hits done like up or down, and then you have to like check in game. So I preemptively made this chart of like all the moves that have a hit stun change, block stun change, active frame change, like with EX my Ryonbu has less active frames on the second hit. Using frame meter, I was able to get some of the data. I checked in game, I went through every character for their pre-patch data, and then when the patch drops, I can get all their post-patch data. When the patch drops, I'll make that video. But in the meantime, there are stuff to talk about before the patch drops, right? So obviously, that's when Season 3 begins, hence the big balance patch. I'll say this though, Season 2 is Kim Jae-hoon, Geese, Blue Mary, Wolfgang, Krauser. So here's Kim, here's Geese, Krauser right here. There's no Mary. People are surprised that no Mary change. But a lot of Mary's buffs are indirect. Herself, her kit did not get changed. But if you observe some of the characters, Andy Bogart's Fireball got more recovery. It's got nerfed. Mai Shiranui Kacho-sen, her throwing fan got nerfed. Right? Belly Kane got fucking 12 gauged. Koken got more recovery, right? Shippuken got more recovery, right? Fireball nerfs across the board, and also Billy Kanye getting fucking 12 gauge buffs everyone that doesn't have a fireball, which is Tizak, that is Salvatore, that is Kenshiro, that is Blue Mary, that is Kim Dong-hwan, that's Kim Jae-hoon, that's Gato. I wouldn't worry about Blue Mary. I think she'll be definitely far more. Oh yeah, also benefits Rick Stroud because he's a boxer with no projectiles. So obviously, Blue Mary's chances at the meta is a lot better, even she got 0 change, because the shit that's bad for her got nerfed. Let's begin. Dreading Rick Stroud, he looks really fucking good. Voiced by Alejandro Assad, aka Kagi Films on Twitter. Who voices Robokai in Strive and Deadpool in Marvel Rivals. Phase 4 ranked. You can buy characters individually. I don't know why the fuck this was not a thing before.
They're hot fixing it? Nice! How did it even make it in live?
New update. So they added extra exercises, counter and wild punishes, aerial just defend, and updated the unique command inputs exercise. It's now easier to understand. I might, when the patch drops, I might do a live tutorial video where like the game explains stuff and then I add on top of that. So like I alternate between like tutorial and training mode to show like the possibilities a specific scenario demands. Added a punish hints menu to training mode. This feature will show a list of possible punishes on block and interrupters for each attack that comes your way. So if someone does like a frame trap on block, they tell you like what button is fast enough to punish it. If you have a frame 7 normal, something that's -8 on block is punishable, they'll display it. Given fighting game history, I doubt it's going to be advanced. It's going to be basic as shit. Against a character matchup option to the ranked and casual result screens, select this to enter training mode and practice against the character you just fought. If you do not own the character, you'll start a normal training session instead. We'll do general battle adjustments and they'll end it here. Anything character specific will be in a later video because obviously we do not have all the data and I want to have all the data, right? So if you trigger a wild punish, the attack that triggers it does like 10 more damage than before. Went up from 10% to 20. When you get a crush counter, i.e. wild punish with a heavy button, or like select command rules, your follow-up attacks will do less damage. Rev Axle changed scaling for Rev meter build when performing Rev Axles. So if we look at the meter, $25, $15, $10, $10, $10. That set SPG to Flux. Current Flux is 0.8. And Axle next patch is going to be 0.8 because it changed the ref bonuses for the different ratios. So currently 0.8 is the best bonus. Spending bonus is now $19, $12, 8%, 8%, 8%. So going back to this, they changed how the meter goes up when you chain EX moves together. So we have the pre-patch data right here. I'm wondering what's gonna look like post-patch. SPG, okay, very interesting. So when the game came out, they wanted players to experiment with different SPG levels. The closer you are from death, the greater the bonus to rev fill rate was, because it was like a very low-key comeback mechanic. The issue was it was possible for the opponent to play around it and prevent you from using rev at all. So everyone just picked Axle Ratio, which has no rev bonus, but you could use SPG straight up, just like spam rev blow, use hidden gear when necessary, boom, 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 boom. Because of that, they added damage reduction to each of the ratios. However, the damage reduction benefited the ratio with the better bonus. So Axle Ratio, no bonus, only 10% damage reduction within the SPG health range. Flux Ratio, 0.8 at 20%. Final Ratio, 0.7 at 30% damage reduction within the SPG range. Effectively, Axle Ratio had no bonus at 1033 health. Flux Ratio had 0.8 multiplier at 1066 health. And Final Ratio had 1100 health, which is like the difference between Ryu and Zangief in Street Fighter 5 and Ryu and Zangief in Street Fighter 6 with a 0.7 times bonus, so, which was really dumb. Everyone went Final Ratio because there was literally no reason to pick the latter ones. What they did is they changed the bonuses around. So now you got a choice to make. Final Ratio had the higher damage reduction, 1100 health, but no bonus, while Axle Ratio had only 1033 health, but the best bonus. And you have access to it round start. So you could either be a Rev SPG monster or a tank. Now, I think this change is pretty cool. Last but not least, online matches you cannot taunt. That's it. So like after a round ends, the game could detect inputs, like you could get a jab out or like a heavy button. Players also use this to taunt during the victory screen. And you cannot taunt anymore. The game will refuse to recognize taunt during the player wins segment. That's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you like it, leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Have a nice day.